One. May I have your attention, please? When was the last time you were genuinely frightened? I can tell you. I was a small boy, not one hair on my ass cheek. I was sound asleep in my bed when suddenly a dryness worth the entire Sahara bestowed itself upon my taste buds. I climbed down the stairs, urgent to quench my thirst. It was then I saw it.
What's up, everybody? Episode 11 up in this bitch. Don't you hate that shit? Let's get on into it. Well, I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mr. Evil Dr. TY. Horror is subjective, is what you probably heard. But what if I told you that's wrong? And everyone who said that is stupid. I'll put it this way. Fear and amusement are opposites on a spectrum. Happiness and sadness are opposites. Fear and amusements are opposites. Because they are both reactions. One being positive and the other being negative. But both have the same steps. Setup, suspense, punchline. What makes you afraid and what makes you laugh is subjective. Not the concept of horror in and of itself. Because they both have a set of steps that make them effective. This is what people get wrong.
Nigga!
Jump scares. We all know what they are. We're all tired of them. Popularized by a fairly underground niche franchise. I'm sure you've heard of it. It's called Five Nights at Jollibee. Jump scares completely break the rules of what's established in horror. There's no setup because they can just happen in a moment's notice. There's no suspense because there's usually criteria that makes them happen in a game. And in a movie, you can just tell when they're about to jump scare you. There is only the punchline, except it's not a punchline because it skips the previous two steps. A game startling you with a loud noise and a scary face and calling itself a horror game is the same as someone tickling you and then calling themselves a comedian. Now, I'm not saying jump scares are inherently bad. They do have a place and can be utilized correctly, and one way it can be is by including those essential steps that I mentioned. Jump scares can be used effectively. It's just that they rarely do. Another thing is, they are not a necessity. As I said before, they are a useful tool, but not a staple. They are not a box on a checklist that needs to be marked. Many forms of media are completely absent of them, and they excel at what they do, at being scary. Not necessarily because they don't have jump scares, but rather because those forms of media rely on innovative ways of scaring the audience, instead of just using copy and paste methods. Tropes and cliches were effective. However, the overabundance of them is what made them tropes and cliches. Just because something worked the first time doesn't mean it's going to work the second time, or the third, or the fourth, or the fifth, because that's how you get Five Nights at Freddy's. But anyways, thank you for your time and attention. Please like, subscribe, and I will see you when I feel like it.